actually make us get what we need. All they gave us was t-shirts. What I was looking for, tools to go and clean the
They
beach.
gave you t-shirts.
Yes. So I think it's time the government look into protecting our water bodies and also trying to have a particular initiative that will help to protect the water bodies and also the oceans and the rivers and all that we have.
Okay. And you said you have some few friends who are helping you. How far do you intend to go with this project?
Oh, it's everlasting, because the air we are breathing is coming from the environment, the oceans, the trees and all that. So we're supposed to keep doing this so that we can protect and promote and make sure we develop this. So it's on. I would say we've visited a lot of oceans already now, and the next thing we really want to do now is to actually try to start a door-to-door collection of plastic waste freely. So we can also give you some gifts and all that. So it's going to be door to door. We'll come to your houses. You give us plastic. We can give you some token of our t-shirt or some rice and all that, just to make sure keeping the plastics. We're also looking to also open a factory that we can also actually. I'm already trying to use the plastic to do a pavement bricks, which I'm looking for partners that we can build factories and try to actually reduce the use of plastic in our country, basically.
Okay, and how many are you in the group, the team?
I'll say my workers are over 25 workers. I have about 15 gentlemen. I just into the kids, about 5 of them, and also ladies, about 5. So I'll say roughly. And sometimes I get a lot of volunteers coming in from schools and all that. It's still open to everybody who is listening to me that want to join us. We have a beach cleanup coming up on the 6th of April at Osu Beach. And also we also have another one coming in Medina Race Junction, which is going to be Ramadan on the 20th April. We're inviting people on so that we can all do this together, because we can't do this alone, basically.
So you are inviting
everybody. As you are living in this environment, I beg you, let's take care of our own environment. Nobody's going to do this for us. I'm not an MPP, I'm not an NDC, I'm a Rasta man. Righteous Africans stand tall alone. That's the meaning of Rasta, and that is what I stand for.
Do you have social media platforms what's the social media handles?
My name is Togbe Ghana, TOGBE space Ghana. You can follow me on Facebook, the same name, or Ghana Togbe, same as Instagram, Togbe Ghana, same as Twitter, same as the current one, TikTok. Basically our company page, which is being registered, we've been doing it for the past years. We're looking for partners, we look for grants, we look for volunteers, workers, so we can all do this together, basically, you know what I mean. So the website is www.letsgocleanthebeach.com. And likewise my phone number also can go out there. If really you want to come on board so we can make this change our story together, is 0246470 393. Yes, I'll be so happy to have your feedback so we can make Ghana a lovely place to be.
As we prepare my next guest in the studio, let me ask you this final one before my next guest sits down. You've presented proposals to companies, and now you want to have a recycling plant for yourself or for the project. So in case someone has plastics, they can come and bring it. Are you going to pay them? Are you giving them something? I just explained that we're going to start picking up from your house. So we're going to have a pickup points in several places that you can send the plastics there. When I say pickup point, it's just like a mobile point that you can bring a plastic there, and you'll be paid for your plastic you brought in. So I'm going to set up a lot of pickup points in our country, and they're going to be I'm looking for a sponsor that we could do this. We're going to have buses going around there, like what's happening right here. There are people drinking water, so we have people picking up from here to our plants. So they're going to pick up at our shows, our anniversary, our festivals, and after that we can now send to I also said I'm doing plastic pavement bricks with this. The big thing here is that I don't have the funding to do it, but when you have the funding, please, why don't you bring it on? I'll do it for you. I just want to owe some shares in this so that we can also develop our country together. Thank you so much for honoring my invitation.
Thank you for having me,
and I'm so grateful you came.
Yes, and big up, you know.
Yes, sir.
Because let's move this flag. I can't leave here without waving my flag, because I represent Ghana.
That's Ghana, so it's Ghana to the world.
We're bringing it home.
Yes. So my next guest, we are waiting for you to enter the studio.
If you don't know, big up
Yeah.
Big up yourself.
Thank you so much.
No.
Yes. So we are waiting. My next guest, I'm waiting for you. You join me right now, and then you sit down. So you can have a seat here, and you do a quick introduction. You mentioned your name, and then give me a brief description. Tell me about yourself. So, for the purpose of this record attempt, give me your name. What's your name?
My name is Samuel Kofi Ampedu, an advocate for anti-violence advocacy program from Young Adult Cadet Corps.
Young Adult
Cadet Corps, yeah.
Cadet?
Yes, please.
Okay. Young Adult Cadet
Corps, yeah.
Okay. Where are you? Where are you located? Where are you?
Actually, we are here in Accra. We don't actually have an office yet. We are actually seeking for sponsorship to get one soon. But then we are here in Accra.
How many members you have?
We have over 150 members. Yes.
Over 150 members?
Yes, please.
And how do you select your members?
The selection of our members is actually based on the community programs we organize, the training seminars we do, and all that. We actually go on community outreach and all that. So we actually get our members from people who participate in our programs. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you stand for? What do you stand for?
Okay, so YAC actually, we are on a mission of combating crime in our community. So our main objective is to create awareness on crimes and all that. So we actually aim to address the pervasive issues of violence in our communities. Yeah.
So is it a cadet meant for various communities?
Yes, from all parts of the region.
Okay, so currently, where have you started this good initiative from?
We started in Accra. We have some of our outreach in some parts of the region, which is Volta, the northern sides, eastern, and all that. So, yeah.
Okay.
Almost half of the country. Yeah.
So currently you are in Accra.
Yes, please.
Volta,
eastern, central, and then north.
Okay.
Yes.
And since you started, how is it like?
I would say that it hasn't been easy though, but then we've been able to achieve a lot of things from this program.
Okay.
We've been able to, empower the youth, mobilize them to understand the need for non-violence in our communities and all that. So yeah, so far so good. We've been able to recruit more youths into our program, and then they are working with us and all that.
Okay. How do you fund? It's funding is a problem because some of these initiatives, and if you don't have good funding, if you don't take care, it's going to discourage you, especially the leaders. How do you fund this?
Okay, so with the funding, we don't actually have a specific organization or support from anybody. It's actually from our own coffers, from our commandants. But then we seek the support of local authorities, stakeholders in our community and all that. Yeah. But then when we go out for our outreach or we organize our seminars and all that, our youth training programs, we get our sponsorship from the Assistant Commissioner of Police at the Upper East Regional Police Commander, yes, which is Mr. Raymond Adolphin Region.
Okay. How many are you currently? Total number?
Totally, I can't say that we are this specific, but then we are over 150.
Over 150?
Yes, but we have about 50 officers, yes, which are the leaders of the corps. Yes.
Wow. And what has been the success story ever since you started?
Hopefully, we've been able to engage in our communities, had most of the trainings, and then made the youth to understand the need to abstain from violence and then promote peace within our communities. We've been able to get youth testifying or giving feedbacks or review on how our programs have been able to help them and all that. Yes, they've been able to settle disputes within their communities, between their own selves and all that. So I think our program is really helping.
Okay. And what is the age range in terms of the number of people you have? What is the age range with the members?
Actually, we look forward to getting more youth. So anybody who is a youth or a cadet from, let's say, from 13 and above to even 45 is okay, it's allowed.
Okay, so who can join? The age you should be around 13
Yes.
to
Let's say 35, 40 is okay.
okay, 13
Every
to
youth is
35,
allowed,
40.
yes.
And you are good to join.
Yes, please.
What is the procedure if one wants to join? What do I need to be able to be part of you?
Yes, if someone wants to join our call, you actually have to take part in our outreach or our training seminars we do, and then we pick up a form from that side.
Okay.
And then you fill with your details and all that, and we make you a member. The form is just an ordinary 10 cedis. It's not much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
10
just,
cedis.
Yeah, just 10 cedis.
Okay.
Yes. So
Do you make some background checks on members or?
yes, with your details that we get to get your parents' contacts, your guardian, or whoever you are with. So we get to know all those things from them.
So you've been working in the communities.
Yes, please.
Do you work hand in hand with the, let's say, district assembly? Do you inform them of your activities?
Yes, we actually do that. That's why I said we partnership with community stakeholders and then local authorities. But then we actually get our main support. Our main support from the Upper East Regional Commander, Mr. Wejon Adofim.
Just him.
Yes, the assistant.
What happens to the rest?
We actually,
because you are here in Accra.
Yes.
And do you get that kind of support here in Accra?
When we want to do an outreach, we actually send letters to the authorities to get their mandate, their support, and then their go ahead. Maybe let's say we want to have an outreach at Labadi or maybe Osu. Yes, we need to seek the permission of the security service and then the minister, of course, and then any other authoritative member there, and then we are granted a go ahead. That's when we are able to organize our program and then go ahead with it.
Okay, where do you want to take this initiative to? What is the vision? What is the plan?
Okay, so going forward, we actually aim at, expanding our reach, and then keeping to our initiatives and making sure that whatever thing we are doing is for the benefit and the betterment of the nation, to actually create peace within our communities and make Ghana a peaceful and cohesion environment for everyone.
Okay, so is it only for men or young men?
It's for both sex.
Oh, okay, so
Yes.
you have females.
We have females.
Okay.
We actually have a female who is a deputy officer in our mess. So
In situations where someone is listening to us and the person is a member of a cadet group or team anywhere, can that person join you as well?
yes, any cadet member can join us, because we have our social media platforms with the name Yak Official at all social handles.
Okay.
So if you want to get us, you can actually follow us there, and then you get our details, and then when we have our program coming up, you can join us, and then we pick a form from there. And then
Do you take them through some forms of training?
Yes, please. We actually have let me say anti-violence advocacy training programs and activism. Yes, recently, that was December there about, we went for one of the trainings at High Risk Operations Center Humuya, with the support of the commander,
Sure.
like I said, and then so we had a lot of cadets coming to participate. So over 150 cadets
Wow.
from different schools. Yes, please.
Okay. So if we want to follow you on social, are you on social media?
Yes, please.
Okay, so can you
Yak-
share your social media handles with me?
Yak Official on all social handles.
Yak.
Yak Official. YACC.
Okay.
Yes.
YACC
Yes.
on all social media
Yes, please.
platforms we can follow you?
Yes, please.
And the activities you are doing?
Yes, please.
And then, do you have because cadet, I know he has to do with some form of training.
Yes.
Who actually trained the team?
We have a commandant who is the CEO now. Who is taking charge of everything. We have our deputy commandant and all that. Myself, I'm the regional coordinator for anti-violence program network. So when we organize such youth training programs and then skills equipment, we actually go to one of the training centers, which is either the police training center, school, and all that. So we have service personnel coming to train our cadets who have been recruited to take part of this exercise and all that.
Okay, so which is good, and I must say you are doing a very good job.
Thank you.
And what is the plan you have? 2024, we are in an election year.
Yes.
Are you planning something with the political parties?
We don't actually want to engage politics. We will be limited to siding with one particular party or something.
Yes,
so
I get you.
So we do it general.
Okay.
We organize our outreach
and invite all of them.
Yes, community outreach. So whether you are an MPP, NDC, or whatever party you belong to, you can join us, because we are just creating awareness on violence. Because it's an election year, we don't want any violent activities in our communities. We don't want people terrorizing people and all that within our community. So we create the awareness and then the impact of violence within our community.
Okay.
So anybody at all can join us.
Anybody,
irrespective of your party,
your political party.
Yes, please.
And how do you take your education to churches, mosques, and others? Do you take your education there?
Yes, please. We have those plans on the pipeline. We actually drawing a schedule for that we'll be visiting the churches and then the mosques very soon. But then we started with training cadets, community outreach, and all that. But now we want to add, we want to expand it into going to the churches and then the mosques to advocate on violence. So
there are some churches that has boys brigade.
Yes.
Do you have plans of engaging them and seeing how best you can bring them on board?
Sure. You know, they actually can also be a factor to advocacy. You understand? So if we visit the churches and then they have a brigade, it will actually help, because they have knowledge about what we are talking about. They have the insight about what we are talking about, and they are the youth in the church. Understand? The brigade is the youth in the church. So when we engage the church and then we preach what we brought and then they equip it, I think they can also go out there and spread it within their environment, their communities, their homes. So it will really help.
Okay. And we wish you well. You are doing so well for Mother Ghana. And what are some of the challenges you've encountered ever since you started this project? Our main
challenge has to do with finance, because we don't have any particular sponsor, like anybody sponsoring us in aspect of finance. We actually have to take it from our own coffers, which is from maybe the forms we sell to the recruitments, or from our own commandant himself. So our main challenge is the finance. So we are actually seeking for sponsorship for stakeholders, local authorities, and be it NGO or governmental. We want them to support us to get our reflector jackets, our megaphones, speakers, and all that T-shirt, branded T-shirt for our company, so that at least it can also help us with our outreach.
Okay, so these are some of the things that you need to actually help with your what you are doing within the communities. Okay, now these communities you are trying to help maintain kind of laws and orders so that we prevent violence. How have they accepted your work, what you are doing? Do they really appreciate what you do?
Yes, they really do. They really do appreciate us very much, because when we go and then we engage the community in this kind of thing, it's like most of them sorry to say, are not knowledgeable about what we are talking about. So we actually have to educate them and then talk about the implications on violence. Understand the implications, and then how we can actually prevent violence within our community. So they really accept us.
Most of the time when such organizations or what you are doing, when you come up, the perception out there is that leaders want to find a way of making money and
it's a deception.
Yes.
Though, yeah, you will sometimes find people
yes.
thinking that way, but then it's
do you get some of these criticism, or people talk about
we do
some
we
of
do.
these
And
negative
some of these community members also call us terrorists because they don't see the essence of we coming out as cadets to talk about something like violence.
Okay.
So some of them see us terrorists.
Okay.
Who have just come from nowhere to talk about violence. Some of them are even scared because of our uniforms and all that. They call us and they ask whether we are from the military, we are from. So we just have to tell them we are cadets who are on a mission of combating crimes within the community and all that. So yeah, we do get them a lot.
What happens when you notice or you see any crime ongoing in a community? You are able to identify some perpetrators. Do you make arrests? Do you call the police? How is it done?
You see, we are a cadets. We are not service personnel.
So you cannot make any arrests.
So for that, for such incidents, we actually have to call on the police to come to our aid, especially when there's violence. There's let me say misunderstanding in the community, and then chaos, and people are hurting themselves and all that. You just have to call on the police.
Okay.
For your support, yeah, because
so
you can't go ahead and then do the arrest and all that.
Okay. Are you armed?
We are not armed. You see,
are you armed?
You are not armed. Once you are a cadet, you are not entitled to be armed.
Okay.
Until given the license to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things you use?
We actually use shockers.
Okay.
Shocker, and then just let me say handcuffs, but then we are not legally allowed to use the handcuffs, so we don't often use them. It's only when we go for guard duties and all that.
Okay.
We also run guard duties program. So
okay, so you do guard duties as well. Please. Okay, for any organization that needs guard, anything that has to do with guard.
Yes, please.
Okay. Hope is registered.
Yes, YAC is registered. YAC is officially registered under Register General, so we have a certificate and all that.
Okay. So you have registered this, and so your name is in registered, and
yes,
you are not doing anything
on our own.
Yes, nothing like illegality.
Yes.
Have you spoken to the police service or IGP? Have you made, even though you mentioned that there is one commander who is
Assistant Commissioner of Police
in the northern region, right? Yes. Officially, have you written to the IGP or the national headquarters to assist you and help you, even with some form of training, or you don't need? You are okay with the kind of training you give to your men?
You see, when we write to them concerning what you just said, that we need your support and all that they tell us is that we should go in alliance with national cadets. We have a national cadet.
Okay, so there is a national cadet.
Yes, there is a national cadet.
Okay.
Which is actually a competitor to us. But then we stand to be on our own. We don't want to be under the government.
Okay.
National cadet is under government, and then they get the national budget. But we are running an NGO.
Okay.
So we are on our own. So when we write to them, that's what they tell us. We should go in alliance with national cadets and all that. So no, and that will actually retire our program. So
okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of, do you wear camouflage? What do you wear?
No. We don't wear camouflage. So we only wear the cadet uniform.
Okay.
From all the services.
Okay. You wear cadet uniform
for all the services.
So there is the cadet uniform for police.
Yes.
You wear all of them.
Yes, please.
You wear for Navy.
Yes.
You have Navy. All of them.
All the security services.
Oh, okay. And is it legal to wear those cadet uniforms?
Yes, please. Once it's a cadet, and then we are we are working with license, so it is allowed.
And you work under the national. Are you under the national cadet?
No.
You are not under them.
No, please.
Okay. Do you need their permission before you operate?
We don't need their permission because we are also running as an NGO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't need their permission to be able to
Yes,
operate.
please.
So
We
right
only
now.
need the permission of the authorities.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Share your social media handles with us once again as we prepare with the next guest. Share your social media handles with
Okay,
us.
so if you want to find us, you can find us on all social media platforms with the name YAC Official, YACC abbreviated, YACC Official. Yes, on all social media handles.
Okay. Currently, your office is coming up. So when it comes up, kindly let me know, and we will let you give you another opportunity. Maybe not on this platform, but on our other platforms, and
Sure.
we will seriously support you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for honoring my invitation to
You're
be part
welcome.
of my longest interview marathon attempt. Okay, we wish you all the best, and take good care of yourself and the team.
Thank you.
Okay, so I have my next guest ready, joining me right now in the studio, and yes, my next guest is ready right now. So to join me on this longest interview marathon attempt, and as you join me, you mentioned your name, you tell me about yourself, what you do, then we can continue with the rest of the interview. So you are welcome, sir.
Blessed times.
Your name?
My name is Ras Caleb Apia Levi, or Ras Caleb Apia
Okay.
Levi,
Okay.
also known as Emmanuel Ubri Kwesi Apia. I'm a musician, a Pan-Africanist, and a farmer.
A farmer.
Yeah.
What are you into?
Cocoa.
Farming. Cocoa.
Yeah.
How many acres do you have?
Over 50 acres of land, which is situated near the Ghana oil plantation at Kwai.
Okay.
You know, it's an inheritance from our late father, Kofi Asapia of Boso.
So
Yeah.
you are into farming.
Yeah, we are.
Is it lucrative? Do you get the returns? Like,
Oh yeah, farming is good. Without farming, you will not be standing here because there will be no food for you. Apart from cocoa, we have food crops. You know.
okay, so not just cocoa, but
No, food crops also.
Okay.
And I grew up in that land
Mm.
since 72 to 74. Yeah.
Okay, so in we'll come to music, we'll come to the industry, but then I'm very very interested in farming. And in a year, how many tons are you able to get from your farm?
Several tons.
Wow.
Yeah, several tons.
And are you cool with the cocoa pricing currently?
I'm not cool with it. You know, government have to see to that.
Increase.
Yeah, to that increase. You know, because cocoa is good. Yeah,
Cocoa is good.
yeah.
So government needs to come in.
Yes.
Okay, Ras,
Yes.
you are a musician.
I am a musician.
How long have you been a musician? Professionally?
Professionally since 1982, or let me say, since 1984,
Okay.
when I joined Alpha Blondie and the Solar System in La Côte d'Ivoire.
You joined Alpha Blondie's
Yes.
band.
Yeah.
What role were you
I
playing?
was the first percussionist for the band, even though I'm a singer.
Okay.
Alpha wanted me in that band to make myself popular as a singer, so that I can get some producers to recognize me.
Where did you meet Alpha Blondie?
Alpha Blondie is divine because I got to know about Alpha Blondie through Felix Bell, when he mentioned Alpha Blondie to me somewhere in late 1983.
Okay.
And I decided to go to La Côte d'Ivoire, the first time in my life, knowing nobody there. And I decided to travel to La Côte d'Ivoire to look for Alpha Blondie. That was in February, on the 8th of February 1984. And after arriving a week later, I met with Alpha in his house at Zonkat in Abidjan. And it was Alpha who actually invited me to be part of him.
Okay.
You know, and till now we are still friends.
With Alpha.
Yeah, we're still friends.
Okay. Can you please check my microphone for me here? Okay. So, with Alpha Blondy,
Yeah.
how is it like? Is it difficult to work with?
No, Alpha is so lovable,
Mm.
a nice person. I was part of the Alpha Blondy and the Solar System when we came to Ghana in August 1986. We performed at Accra and Kumasi Stadia.
Wow.
And you know, the turnout was like Kotoko has a play, you know, and it's massive. I enjoy my time with Alpha. He make me know places, you know.
Which of did you join the band to record any of his songs?
I didn't record with the band.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't record. Alpha Blondy was having only one album, Jah Glory, when which was recorded in 1982.
Okay.
You
Before
know,
you joined the
I
band.
joined him in
Okay.
1984. Then the albums that he also recorded, he recorded some of them in Jamaica at the Top Gun Studios.
Okay.
You know, yes. My good friend George Kwaku, you know, who is half Ghanaian and half Ivorian, the keyboard player, he was the arranger and everything for Alpha. Even we spoke yesterday, he's now in the US.
Okay.
You know, he has been a tough man behind Alpha's career. you
Okay.
know. Yes. So, yeah.
So before you joined the band, Alpha has recorded that.
yeah, he has one album, Jah
Okay.
Glory, which
Okay.
have Brigadier Sabari and others, you know.
Okay.
And with Alpha, I also got opportunity to be a freelance broadcaster in Radio Cote d'Ivoire in 1985.
1985.
Yes, where I even interviewed Alpha when he released this Apartheid is Nazism album. You know, I also interviewed Burning Spear in December 1986 in La Cote d'Ivoire on that radio.
Were you a radio presenter before you moved?
No.
You had not done radio before.
No. I've never ever done radio, but you know, privately, I do that.
Okay.
Yes,
You
at
you,
home.
you practice. You
Yes,
learn on your
yes,
own.
I learn on my own. So, in fact, it was the Director General of Radio Cote d'Ivoire International who recognized me when we visited him because a friend journalist from Gabon, who Africa #1 Radio, you know, Dread Paul, we visited him and he recognized me and he said, "I love your voice," you know, because being with Alpha, after the MC introduces the band from Natty Rebels later on Solar System, I was the one who introduced Alpha. And they loved my baritone voice, you know, and the Director General of Radio Cote d'Ivoire said, "Hey, Charlie, can you do a program?" So I did a program on Radio Cote d'Ivoire called Music Splash from West Africa, and even interviewed Safohini Jenny, you know.
Nia Boy.
Yes, you know, you can bear witness of that. At that time, he said that he has even released about 8 albums.
Wow.
Yeah. You know,
How was working in Cote d'Ivoire like?
La Cote d'Ivoire is good. It's good. The music industry is good. Ghana is like a village.
Why do you say so?
Yeah, because I'm not saying that Ghana is not good. The way things are done, you know,
In La Cote d'Ivoire.
in La Cote d'Ivoire is different, you know, because when we play your music, we log it. We log it.
Which year are you talking about?
1984.
In
In
1984.
1985. And before I went, there was the logging system. Kojenchi will attest to that because I took him to La Cote d'Ivoire in September 1996 and we went to Burida. Burida is like Gamro here, you know, and when you go, it is, you know, it's on the wall, published every 3 months.
You need to come for
Yeah, you go there, it's written the amount. I remember when we went there, Alpha Blondy got about 33 million safer in that 3 months.
Wow.
Like when you play music, you log it. Even if you play 1 minute,
You need to log in.
you need to log it.
What if you fail to log in?
You have your log sheet. So you log it, you go to the library, you pick it up, you log it. When you finish, you send it back to the library, where they will send to Burida, which is like Gamro. Like if I come to your station and you log me, you send it to the library, and the library people have a time to send it to Gamro.
Okay.
So they know that they have played my music. Even when they interview you, they pay you.
Okay.
You understand?
When they interview you,
they pay you.
The radio station
they
pays
pay you. Unless you are doing your promo.
Okay.
If like I release an album and I want your station to promote it, I go to the marketing department and pay. You understand? And pay for promotion. But when you are using my music for your programs, you need to log and pay me.
Okay.
So if that is done in Ghana here, because this thing is a global thing.
Yeah.
It's a global thing. So I don't know the reason why Gamro is not forcing, to make it happen here. Here they put every money in the basket, and at they share the money after every 6 months. And when you go, when they send you through Momo or whatever thing, you get 250 Ghana cedis or 120 Ghana cedis. And come on,
Ras, you've been the Greater Accra
regional chairman for the Musicians Union of Ghana.
What did you do about this during your time?
My region at that time, I don't even register my members.
I don't get you.
You see, Musica. I joined Musica since June 1982. Okay. So I'm not a new thing in the union. Now, in all the regions of Musica, they register their members and they have their data. When they register, they take their percentage and bring it to head office for them to do the cards for them. But that is one of my beef with the national, that why don't Greater Accra register so that they have their data
and report to national, just like other regions.
But and they say because Greater Accra is national here, and I always give an example. Look, Ghana Tourism Authority have the national office and they have their regional offices.
Sure.
You understand?
Yes.
So when I took over as a regional chairman in 2016 August from TikTok, there was not even any handing over note. So I didn't know what happened during his time, during the time of Quisienes or KK Kabobo. May he so rest in peace, because they don't have control. If you don't have control, how can the union grow? How can it grow? So I spend my time rather helping the Obo's administration doing the works for national, when they are doing programs or a lot of things. I've done a lot of things for national. So but for my region, once I don't register you, how do I know you? You see what I mean?
Yes,
so
I understand.
Let them be independent. They are not independent. So if they are listening, I've been talking about these things for so long a time. If you want the Musicians Union of Ghana to grow, let them be free and do whatever thing that is right. Because after all, national does the cards. So when they register and they take their data and take their percentage and give it to national, things will go well. We will even go around to clamor for members, to register to become the union. We can also plan. How can you plan when you don't know your population?
You said you've been you've been a member of Musica since 1982. You are still a member.
I am.
And looking back, till now, has there been any improvement?
No. The first president of Musica was
Ejakonimo.
No. Jerry Hansen.
Jerry Hansen was
it? Yeah.
Okay.
Then after him was Eddie Kwanzaa, the trumpeter. After him, Eddie Kwanzaa came for just a year.
Okay.
Then after him came Ejakonimo. Then from Ejakonimo, to Odumako Chirema Kofi Ganaba.
Okay.
From Odumako Chirema Kofi Ganaba to Mr. Joe Mensah Boswe. You know, from Joe Mensah to Alhaji Sidiku Buhari. From Alhaji Sidiku Buhari is Mrs. Diana Hobson. From Mrs. Diana Hobson to Baisose Kufuor, also known as Obo, and now Bessa Simons Henry.
So
there's no improvement.
We
don't even have a. When I say there's no improvement, because when I was contesting for the presidential for Musica, I traveled to 10 regions.
Okay.
Accra, Kumasi, Sunyani, Tamale, Salaga, Bolgatanga, Wa, you know, Takrady, Cape Coast, passing through Swedro, Koforidua, Ho, and back. The first time in 2019, I went for 21 days, and also the second time was last year, 2023. I went for 20 days. I was sorry. I was so sorry. We don't own property. Any properties, we don't have it. Even the national office that we are now, because the old one, because of the Marine Drive project, you know, it has been, you know, pulled down.
Yeah.
And government has given us a new place to renovate, you know, which is opposite the ministry's police station.
Okay.
Then they have given us also a temporary place at the ground floor of Ghana House, which is next to Ghana Post.
Okay.
So why can't we have property? Even if we bought a land and we make even wooden structures on them, like birth and death registry type. You know, I'm not saying that go and build so and so, but why are we taking bread all the time from government when we are the representative or voices of the people? So when government is doing something, even when it's wrong, self, we cannot say it. You understand? We cannot say it because they are feeding us.
Okay.
This thing must change. Where is the registration and renewal monies going?
Where does it go?
I don't know, because when I became a chairman, first of all, Obo's first administration, he appointed me as a director of reggae. That is it.
Director of reggae.
Reggae music.
And what was your job description?
Well, to mobilize the reggae musicians
And then
promote, you know, help them promote them.
how do you help them?
How do I help them? Ask me. No pay, no allowance, no nothing. I said because I was appointed, so that one, I was not elected.
Okay.
Now I've been elected. No budget for my region, no registration of my members, no allowance for myself. So it's like, if you like, come. If you don't like, no. And I go all the time. I was not paid a peso.
Not even a single man.
No.
How long did you work? Did you occupy that?
2016 till we had the elections in 2023.
Nothing.
Because I went to court in 2019 when they want to dribble me because of elections.
What caused your defeat in the elections?
No, if can the electoral commissioner of Ghana, who registers members, Ghanaians, and does voters card, and make what do they call it, voters register, contests in an election?
No.
Okay. So the then acting president, Bessa Simons, they register the members, they issue them cards, they compile the voters register before they will give it to the election committee. What sent us to the court in 2019? Because they did so many cards to so many people, about 3,888 cards. But when I went to the court, they have to sift it down to 744.
Wow.
And even the 744, when I look through, I say, hey, 2 people are dead in while they are in one executive, one member. So it was 742, not even 800. You understand? So they were deemed to do what? To win it. And they own it because I have two registered NGOs, Prodigy International Productions Association in 1996 and Pan-Africa Ghana in 2004. When I came out from court in 2019, I realized that the union has been re-registered. The first registration was done in 1975 by Faisal Hawani, Jerry Hansen, Samodo, one Major Budulabi of the Ghana Armed Forces, and a journalist from GNA and others. This one musician, Stamplage, from Blaster Line, he's a musician too. But when, I will say it again because I've already said it, and when Mother Diana Hobson was leaving office in August 2011, they started the process of re-registering the union in 2010.
Okay.
And I realized that this union belongs to some people. So, yes, it's not the union that I know. You know, that's why we have two flags. I gotta have two flags. You know, so things, you see, I'm saying these things so that things have to be rectified.
Okay.
I want government to help the union. A lot of money has gone into the union, but we have seen nothing. That's why I say, yeah, the Kentene Kunstio, we take baskets to fetch water.
I remember the union received some money and it was used for research. Do you have the document?
Do I have the
document? Have you seen the document
of the research?
Yes.
That they did?
Yes, KPMG did.
Yeah, I have the... It's a big one that they presented to the Minister for Tourism at that time. Okay. But there's a smaller version. I have it. But look, you are homeless. You don't have accommodation. You don't have things of your own. And you are fortunate to get money. So you have to do the things that you need first. What has the research done? When you don't have an accommodation, when you don't even pay your executives.
Is it captured in the constitution that executives should be paid or be given allowance?
Why do you take registration money? Where did that money goes to?
So I want to know
if it is not.
Does the musical constitution?
They say they say that is pro bono. How can it be like that? How can a person work effectively? At least give them allowances, not even as a pay. Give them budget to run their union, their various regions, so that they can use that small money to go and look for funding. Look, you are taking care of musicians who you register and renew them and take money from them. What are you doing for them? So you have to enhance your executives. If that in itself is not in the constitution and I am the president of the union, I would say, hey, these things needs to be changed. There's no transparency and accountability.
No transparency.
No accountability.
And accountability.
Yeah. I'm not saying this just to run down the union. I'm trying to let everybody know that musica is sick. If you are sick and you play around it, that, oh, I'm not sick, and people say I'm sick, I'm not sick, who will heal you? Things needs to be changed. Wow. The president of the Republic of Ghana or the Ghana government love the union. That's why all the time they support us. But at this age, how can they continue to support us when we are not doing things right? Recently, I realized that an elected vice chairman of the union in Central Region has resigned. Why? How many months now? We had the elections in October last year, and now we are in March. People started resigning. For what? The musicians needs to be, serviced. They paid to register. They renew their cards. They have expectations. But that thing is not done.
Okay.
And when you point it out, they say, oh, Ras or Casadodo, Ras speaks too much and this and that. Look here. It has reached a time for me to talk. This June I'll be 67 years old.
Wow.
So I should be 27 before I can talk. I cannot enter tomorrow and go back to yesterday. I already have today. All the time I rehearse death, which we call sleep.
Ras, so what actually caused your defeat in
My defeat was caused not because I'm not competent to lead, but because they say I took the union to court.
But I'm not the
the
presidency
most-
is
the-
not
the-
by
the-
appointment, it's by
No.
votes.
By vote.
So they voted
listen, no.
against you.
They voted against me. Okay. Look, I mentioned what happened in 2019. It did happen this year. Even what happened was that even the elections in Accra, when they were counting the votes, realized that they took several votes of mine. So my polling agents have to come in. This was the glare of everyone there. He said, this is for us. This is for us. Me, I knew I was going to lose because I knew what was going on. And I don't regret it. So why did to me you are? If you have taken the power, do the works. And I'm glad he's using some of the things in my manifesto, like the Ghana Music Month.
Is it true you paid some monies to some delegates or members?
One during the elections,
You paid some money
I gave some money.
as bribe.
No.
What was that money for?
It was meant to buy food for some delegates. I got a call. No,
Okay.
the call came to my polling agent, Bobo Rankin, that our agent, no. One executive of Musica in Northern Region says that 2 national aspirants has given money for people coming from Adamupe, which is in the Savannah district. So I should also do what? Contribute for their food. And I asked how much. They said 200 Ghana cedis. So I sent about 210 Ghana cedis from Momo
For food.
for food.
For how many people?
I don't know how many of them.
How much did you send? Do you remember?
The money? I sent 210
Two,
Ghana cedis.
210 Ghana cedis.
Yes. 210 Ghana cedis, aren't they?
Like 200 cedis and 10 Ghana cedis
Yes.
for food.
For food.
They took the money.
Then
And then they voted against you.
No, listen. Then my man, my polling agent came back furious and said, "Sir, the money that you sent to the guy, it couldn't reach the guys that they're supposed to buy food for them. What made me go berserk was," he said, the guy said they used the money to buy food for the police and the Electoral Commission. I said, what? Is it my responsibility to feed the Electoral Commission of Ghana and the police? It is the responsibility of the union. Who invited them there? That got me furious. And it is not like they voted, they took my money, musicians took my money, and they didn't vote for me. No, it was not like that. It was the guy who gave the excuse of giving money to the police and also the Electoral Commission staff who came there, because the money was not meant for them.
Did Bester Simon influence voters?
A lot, I know.
With what?
With what? With what they used to influence people.
I don't know what they used to influence people.
They use a lot of things to influence people.
So what is the information you have?
I didn't have information, but I know.
How do you know?
You see, the game since 2019.
You don't have information, but how do you know?
I know.
With
I'm
what
just like
money?
With what they used to influence people.
What do we use to influence people?
Okay, for example, in Accra,
Mm.
I was told by my people that they call people, they share money.
How much?
I don't know. That one I cannot tell.
Did you verify?
I don't need to verify.
You trust yourself.
I knew that, you see, I would not even have gone to contest the election. You see, at the time, when I came out from court, I wanted Deborah Freeman to go because of what I've seen.
Mm.
And my people were even mad. Why should he? But they have not seen what I've saw. You understand?
Yeah.
So me right now, I am not peeved. Mr. Simons have to do whatever thing that he wants to do, so that me too, I have to continue, because I have Pan-Africa Ghana. Next month, I'll be in Ethiopia with the chairman of the African Union with a Music for Development project. It's for the musicians. Musicians are all not all in music. It's musicians, you know, the whole in Ghana here and Africa here. But if the union wants Mr. Simons to lead them, and they have gotten him, let them do what needs to be done. So I am not peeved that I lost, because I know, you see, the union have been destroyed. So
By who?
By Mr. Simons and co. Okay, so
but he was just acting.
he was just acting.
Yeah.
Acting for what?
He was an acting
No,
president.
you see, people should stop acting like he doesn't have power. He has it.
He was an acting president.
When he was a vice president, what was he doing to help the president? When he was elected vice president, what was he doing? And now he's acting. What did he do? And now he is the president. What is he doing?
Will you ever contest the musical president again?
When I'm alive?
Why?
Because every day people go.
Are you going?
Everybody can go. Even some people went today.
When do you intend? So, in case it's 4 years, right?
It's 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
The next 4 years, are you going to come back to contest?
When I'm alive, I will
Yes.
decide at that time.
Okay.
But I cannot make a decision now.
You spent money when you place the injunction on.
I am not peeved about whatever money that I spent. No. It doesn't bother me at all, because it makes me know what the union is. If I didn't do like that, I would not see the strength and the weakness of the union. Musica is a union that everybody loves. The government of Ghana, the people of Ghana, they love the union. But are we doing the right thing? This is it. People still contact me that they want to register. I direct them to the staff. They register. You understand? But what are you doing for them? Even they are going to do shows tonight at Plus 233 to raise funds for aged musicians. It's only old musicians. We have high life, gospel, hip life, reggae. You should have selected the musicians. I'm saying this because most of them are complaining.
Ras, what happened to your submarine investigative team for Musica?
What happened?
Yeah.
To the team?
Yes.
But after elections,
how much do you spend on campaigning for this very?
I didn't take notes. I didn't take note. The only thing is that I traveled. I paid for my transportation
with your team.
No, the first time in 2019 we were 4.
Okay.
Who traveled with 1 media personnel. You know, but in 2023 we were 2. I paid for the accommodation. I paid for transportation, food, and per diem, whatever thing and that.
So how much you spent?
I spent money, but I cannot give you
50,000.
I cannot give you. I cannot.
100,000.
I cannot. It doesn't reach 100,000.
Okay, like 10,000.
It passed 10,000.
Okay, then 20,000.
No, I cannot. I don't have the receipt here too. Because if I knew you'd be asking me this, I'll prepare my budget and bring it to you. But you see, to wabodo gu insu enina dachi bi unsabeka, cast your bread in the waters. I just cast it. I was not thinking that, oh, I spent this one when I come the president of the union. I'm taking this. No. I do a lot of things pro bono. People who knows me know that. They know it. And I wish to thank this. Use this medium to thank all those who supported me financially, physically, spiritually, everything. You know.
Okay.
I really do appreciate them.
Ras.
Yes.
What can we do? Currently, a lot of veteran musicians are dying.
Yeah.
With some of them, they need money for hospital bills. What can we do to solve this problem? Whose responsibility?
Is the leadership of the union.
What of Gamro?
Yeah, is
We should add Gamro and Musica.
Yes, the same people from Gamro are in Musica. So me, I don't take it. You see, that's why I say the leadership. If I was leading the leadership of the union, I would sit down with Gamro, who are our own people, and say, look here, it's time that we have to start logging so that the music of the musicians that are being played, you know, they will get money out of it. Now it's like a car owner doing commercial activity, like let's say Trotro. The Trotro have a driver and a mate and the car owner.
Yeah, sure.
They send the sales to the man, the what do they call it, the owner,
the car owner.
The car owner. The car owner takes his share and pay the driver and the mate.
Is that a situation at Musica?
But have they paid the vehicle they use?
Is that the situation around musicians?
Yeah, because if really the leadership of the union, okay, where does the money that they registered they took from the members to register and renew their cars? Where is that money going?
You call for accountability.
I have called for.
And what is happening?
That's why when I went to the court the second time and sued about 5 of my brothers, you know, is to allow the court for the court to allow government to intervene to make an inquiry about our monies. The monies given to the union, the money people register and renew their cards. What is happening to it? Are we becoming the church that we go and make collections and we, the church members, we don't see what they use the money for? I just want to know what is happening there. It's like going there, being an executive. It's like there's some kind of inner circle things going on there. When you open your eyes too much, they want to close it. That thing needs to stop.
It needs to stop.
It needs to stop. Open up. Like the new Senegalese president, 44 years old.
Yeah.
Before he took the presidency, he let us know that he have 2 houses, 2 cars. Everything is 2 wives, 2 bank accounts. You know, accountability.
Okay.
You know, so Musica needs support from government and corporate entities, but that support is meant for the members.
Okay.
Who have registered.
How much do you get from Gamro? Anytime they
me?
Yeah.
I would say 250. 250 Ghana cedis.
250 Ghana
Yeah,
cedis.
they send it through Momo.
How many albums do you have with them?
I have only registered one album with them.
What happens to the rest?
No,
And
I've not.
so they pay you 250
Yeah.
cents.
Even the last time, they didn't pay me.
Have you asked?
I asked Abraham Ajete, who has now escaped.
Escape to?
Oh, he has left. They say retirement.
Oh,
He's left. Ibrahim Ajete.
and last year you were not paid.
I was not paid. I asked him. He said we'll check. You check. Now you calling him. He don't pick. You send him message. You don't. You know. Yeah. The creative industry, from the Musicians Union of Ghana to Gambro, is nothing to write home about. If there is something to write home about, musicians will never ever complain.
Okay.
Ask Shatawale, Stonebwoy, Sarkodie, Black Sherif and Co. How much do they receive?
If you have that information, tell me.
I don't.
You don't.
Because I don't. I think I saw a video of Stonebwoy with the Ghana High Commissioner to UK and was talking about 2,000 Ghana cedis. I have the video on my phone. So somebody who went and rent the stadium for 150,000 Ghana cedis. His music is being played like, apart from Stonebwoy, Samini, Sarkodie, Shatawale and Co. They don't get nothing from them. Nothing. But our music, their music are being used. But they got nothing for it. But me, I know this system helps. You know, the Gambro people, in my thinking, they love it the way it is. Because when the thing comes in bulk, oh, we have 2 million Ghana cedis, we're going to share. You see, when you go to the post office, they have some boxes, the small ones and the big ones.
Okay.
Likewise, the musicians, we have the small categories and the big categories. They don't have it. They are being sustained not by their royalties, but their music performances
Okay.
and other sources, but not from Gambro. That's why I am on a platform where I don't comment.
Why?
Because complaining all the time. There's Unicorn Gambro platform, there's Musicians Forum platform, and they are complaining. They talk, no one listen to them. And the people too, the leadership of Gambro are sitting down there, and the union, because they are also part of Gambro, the leadership of the union don't go there say, hey, what are you doing? They knew that when Ras Caleb Appiah Levi comes as the president of the union, Ras is going to break that pot.
Really?
Yeah, because I've stated it in my manifesto, and even going to Parliament. You understand?
I understand you.
Yes.
So, Ras, I'm really shocked about how much you are being paid from Gambro. 250. Currently, how many albums do you have?
Currently,
Yeah.
I have just released one album, 2016.
No, throughout your musical career.
Oh,
How many albums do you have?
I have one.
You have one.
Yeah.
And they are paying you 250 Ghana cedis. What do you think is the best amount of money that was supposed to be paid to you? Are you okay with the 250?
No, I'm not okay.
Don't you think that based on how monies are collected, this is
How much? How can you
because they are taking blank levy and taking money from radio stations and TV stations. We don't have proper login system. And
what is stopping the proper logging system when all the countries around us, like Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, Burkina, Benin, they are logging? What is stopping Ghana from logging? The current chairman of GAMRO, Rex, he collects royalties for when he has registered the music outside the country. The same system globally. The copyright system and royalties system is a global thing. It's not every country in their own. But because here, when they put everything in one pot, how do I know that they collected blank levy? How much do they collect here and there and there? Like I was telling you, like Cote d'Ivoire, when you go GAMRO there, which is Burida, it's on the wall. You don't even go to any office to demand, say, come here.
Okay.
You just read it. It is on the board, and it comes every 3 months. So, what if I have to champion something? I'll ask GAMRO to implement. Let the system implement the login system. If they do that, then you see a change. But for now, they rather benefit from it. You understand? And they will go and have their meetings with their apples and as desserts and whatever thing and that, while the musicians are still complaining.
GAMRO had their first chairman, Carlos Sechi.
Yeah.
Kojo Entry came in.
Yeah.
Rexoma. Are you okay with how the administration is being run from the time of Carlos Sechi to Mr. Rexoma?
I would say that I'm not happy about it because
if you were the chairman, what were you going to do differently?
I was going to ask for the login system.
Is the login system
It's compulsory.
is it the solution to this
It's
problem?
one of the solutions. When you use somebody's music, for example, when you are going to make a phone call, you know, not with your mobile phone. Normally, you know that they log it, they write your number and everything, and when you finish, they know the amount. This is accountability. This is accountability. So, what? Look, if we want the right things to be done, then the right procedures must be put in place. If I come to your station, any music that is being played, you don't play music in random. You as a presenter goes to the library and pick your selections, and you take your log sheet. I remember before private radios came, GBC log, because I have one of the log sheets, it's yellow. They log, because I remember 1996 I helped Babadam Sadiq of GBC to relocate in Tamale, Savannah Radio, and he gave me one of the log sheet. I have it. They log it.
I think GBC is still logging, right?
I think GBC may be logging.
Yes, they are still logging.
Yeah, they but the private stations, no.
Yes, but they are not logging for GAMRO.
They are not logging for GAMRO.
Yes.
But
and sometimes I think the login system, we can start from somewhere. That is one thing I believe, that it can be. We can start from somewhere. GTV or GBC Radio, they are still logging on a sheet, and it's moving smoothly. I think, or what? Don't you think GAMRO can, since GBC has piloted this thing for a very long time, we can get to them, get to learn how it's done, and start from somewhere.
The thing is that GAMRO is there to collect the monies on behalf of its members. GBC have shown the way. It's just a sheet of paper. Right now, even they can do it electronically. Just that any music that is being paid. Even when people are making concerts and playing music, even in the churches, all the music that they are playing, the repertoire, needs to be logged.
Yeah.
When you are making concert, even if you are playing your own music or other people's music, you need to log it, so that the money goes to the people that will play their music, and even to your own self if you are playing your own repertoire. You just log it. We don't need even to go to GBC, because GBC has shown the way. Then it is up to the National Communications Authority,
The NCA.
the NCA should step in and say, hey, do it. We
Frequency.
can easily revoke it. You see, BBC don't play music all the time, because when they play, they pay.
Yeah.
There's an amount that they pay. So,
But you see, don't you think the login system is going to be to the advantage of certain people? The reason why I'm saying this, if your songs are not played, it means you are not making money. It's going to go against you.
no, if they don't play my music, meaning I get no pay.
Yes.
I am not, and even if now even there are some people whose music are being played, they don't even get money.
Yes. So what I think is that now that we are not using the login system, don't you think if we start to introduce this login system, some people at the end of the month or quarterly or at every 6 months or every year, by the time distribution is being done, some wouldn't have any?
Where do the presenter who plays the music got the music from in the first place?
Yes. So if your songs are not being played, it is not going to be captured. So if your song was not played throughout the month, definitely you will not be
That's
captured.
why the right things needs to be done. That okay, in any radio station or TV station, we have producers of a program. You don't just go on air and just play anything just like that. Why are the producers there? They need to sit down and say, look here, take this music from this library. Even if you are bringing it from outside, let us know. What is the job of the producer?
Yes, Ras, I get you perfectly. But then with the login system, the song needs to be played on air, DJ, or if it has to do with the automatic, because we have this software called Shazam. And Shazam, for instance, if you have that application on your phone and a song is played, Shazam will be able to identify and log it and give you the point I want to make. And what I want to ask you is that, don't you think it's going to affect certain people? Because if your songs are not being played, how then do you make money out of it?
Your songs not being played, you need to promote your songs for it to be known and be played.
For instance, let me ask you this. Nana Kwame
Yeah.
died 2-3 years ago. How many times you hear radio stations playing his songs? He's no more. Once a while, every Saturday, we hear radio stations playing his songs. Now, situations whereby, Ras, when was the last time you heard a radio station playing your song? Do you remember the last time a radio station played your song?
No, I don't remember.
So it means that when there is a login,
if I don't tune in the radio, how can I know?
Would you agree with me that if care is not taken and login system comes, the 250 CDs you are getting, you might not even get
if
it?
you don't play my music, don't pay me. No, it's not like because I will not get so. Look, that's why we have a coach in football. In the radio, we have producers. Okay, if I release a song and I want it to be promoted, I come to your station and go to the marketing department and pay the money for it to be promoted, for people to love it. The producer, who is like a referee, goes there. Look, Mr. Emmanuel Ajimai,
Yes, sir.
this is the repertoires that we're going to play. It's like the coach giving you instructions.
It means you want to come and pay at the radio station.
You pay.
At the radio station for your songs to be played.
Yes, to promote it.
Yes, so if we don't take care, musicians will want to do this to influence radio presenters and DJs for their songs to be played.
People are paying payola to personal, presenters who don't own the station. So if that presenter is not there, your music is not being played. But what I'm saying is that the producers, like coaches, they say, look here, he or she gives you instructions that, look, we want to support the industry and the musicians. These are the repertoires that you are going to play today. They have to. And when you play, log it. But if you don't log it,
Ras, would you agree with me that it's going to affect certain people within
it will affect, but it will bring a change. No sacrifice, nothing. And we have a lot of radio stations. So when they don't play here, when one door is closed, another door is open somewhere. It's not because Ras is not getting it, so they should do it this way. They must log. What is preventing this logging? I wonder. GBC have shown the way. Other countries have shown the way. I think this is one of the reasons why Kojo Antwi even came for one term. That they say, hey, I'm not going to go again.
Ras, after the election, what's your relationship with Bessa Simons?
Oh, I call Bessa. He calls me Nanani, and I call him Ni Nana. I call him. Normally, I call him.
Just that you are not happy about his style of administration.
Bessa is an accomplished musician.
No, I'm talking about his style of administration.
Yeah,
managing.
because he's not used to it.
He's not used to it.
To administrative work.
Are you used to that?
I am.
But you've not occupied that position before.
No, I don't do for music alone. I do for a lot of organizations.
Apart from music, what is your background?
My background?
Yes.
As what?
I want to know, because you said
my background is music.
Yes,
and a farmer.
You said you've been doing it for some organizations. What do you do for some organizations?
There are certain things, like the French say, c'est un don. It's a gift.
You were not at his inauguration. You were angry.
Because I didn't believe in that. If I believed that the election that was held, you understand, was free and fair, I would have been there. But before the elections, I think Gifty of Graphic Showbiz interviewed me and say, the elections will not be free and fair, but I'm not going to stop it. It was not free and fair. And not because I'm against Bessa Simons or the union. No. Look, I'm not against the union. You know, one of the people who wished me a Fishiapa during Christmas time was by Sosai Kufuor, my former president. I don't have no bad blood. If you know me very closely, you know, Ras say things and don't keep things like that. I am not against them. I have traveled around the country and I know the situation of the union. The union is very weak. From 1975, it has become like a dwarf. It doesn't grow. We have to seek support from government all the time? No. It is time that we have to do things and rather give to government, and government have to use for the populace. This is what? This is what? Look, I have conversation with our former president, Alhaji Sidi Kubwari. He knows. I think about the union. I call Bessa. Bessa is a nice guy. No, he's a nice guy. Yeah. But he is not cut for this work.
Okay, so away from that, would you consider Kojo Antwi as a high life musician?
No, Kojo is not. You see, and what is even high life? What rhythm defines high life? And if high life is Ghana music, why the English name? Kojo Antwi, I know Kojo Antwi since 1978 when he joined the formation of the Classic Handles, because the drummer of Classic Handles, Cecil Jones, was my schoolmate at Emmett Electronics. So I know Kojo from long time. Kojo is a brother, my younger brother. Oh, you understand? Kojo, look at the rhythms that he played. Kojo have not called himself out that I'm a high life musician. He plays reggae. Even most of the gospel musicians play reggae. But here, when you are young and you're playing music, they say you are hip life because you are young. When you're old, they say high life. No. We have to identify what is high life. And I'm glad our brother Kafui Day of GTV interviewed Mr. Collins, recently, of high life, how high life came.
Okay, so help us. How do we identify high life? What are the elements of high life?
This is what I want to know. What is the rhythm that defines high life, and for them to call it high life?
Would you consider Amachidede also a high life musician?
Yes, he plays high life. He plays. You see, when the populace try to limit musicians to one place, I gave birth to my children. I have to name my child. But if you say this is high life and so and so, no, it's wrong. Let a musician create his or her own rhythm. But even if there's high life, it have to start from somebody, a person, one person. High life is, right now, as they say it, is limited to only Akans. What about the Ewe? What about the Gomba? All the regions. There's a lot of rhythms, Agbaja rhythms, and all these kind of things that are there. But why are we promoting a rhythm that we call high life, and we cannot define that rhythm? Until we define the rhythm that makes a music a high life, we will go like a wiper, left, right, all the time. Let us identify it. This is the rhythm, and the person who played that first rhythm is this. Like Mr. Collins of Boko Sounds, he even sent it back to the 1920s, and we thought he started in the late 50s or whatever thing, but he sent it back. I'll forward that video to you, that he did that interview. A white man living in Ghana, when he came to Ghana as a teenager, has rather gone through to make research to define what is high life.
It means we've lost our identity.
We have lost our identity, my brother. We have totally.
What kind of music genre can we identify Ghana with? What should we identify Ghana with?
We should identify Ghana with our rhythms, the various rhythms. Agbaja,
not one genre.
Not one genre. How can it be? How can it be? Just imagine that I'm from the Volta region, or from the northern region, or upper east, upper west region, and what sort of rhythm? All the time promoting high life is our music. Yes, high life is our music. But Sierra Leone also talks about it. Nigeria also talks about that. So we should rather say, hey, the noise is too much. Let us define the rhythm that we call high life. Then now we all will know that, when you play this rhythm, it's high life. But we should not also only promote high life. We must promote the other rhythms of Ghana. That is it. We must do that. And we must not limit high life, to certain people. No. And even when you play reggae music, they say this is foreign music. Who is the Jamaican or who is the Caribbean person? It's our own people that we sold them into slavery. It's your own family person. That's why it is in our blood. The origins is here. That's why we find it so easy to adapt to that. The Jamaican is an African. The Guyanese, the Barbadian, all these people, they are Africans.
Okay.
Yeah. We need to sit down and think deeply if we want to expand the music industry for the next generation. Because now everybody comes and do whatever thing he or she wants and just go. When you are young, they say you are hip life. When you are old, they say high life. So Kojo don't only play high life music. He play reggae, he play blues, he play all. When you listen to the music, the type of music, you can identify, you know, the sort of rhythms that he play. And they should not limit musicians to one rhythm. Well, a lot of rhythms. Otherwise, God will give us only one finger instead of fingers. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't have an identity when it comes to music.
We don't. We will shout that high life, and some people will just recoil because they don't play it. They play Agbaja. They play Kolomashi. They play all this. You see, we have to identify all the rhythms of Ghanaian music. Before Ghana, there was Gold Coast. Before Gold Coast, what were we? What were we? We need to seek and know our identity. Yesterday, one journalist Kafuide shared with me a video of Russia showing the Christ, Jesus the Christ, whose season we are now, is a black man. I'll forward it to you. Later on, he told me that it was Amanziba Nadru who sent it to him.
Okay.
I'm not surprised about it. We need to. We don't just follow people by following sake. If you are following people who are running and jumping a wall and you think that you also can run and jump the wall, you are going to disaster because you don't know whether they have a parachute.
Okay.
That if you jump, you are going to fall.
Very soon I'll be switching over and I'll be waiting to get my next guest in the studio. Ras, can you share some of your music with us? Some of them. You do reggae, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You released your first album which year?
In March 2016. I did it. I launched it at Coconut Grove Hotel, which the then Minister for Tourism came for the launching. You know, Ofosu Adjare, Honorable Ofosu Adjare was there. Okotechi Nanenim, you know, the chief was there. Mr. Kunu Dake and others were there. You know, one thing, I opened the Panafest 92 show at the Independence Square with my reggae music and represented Ghana also in Benin the following year for that. So if you say if I want to share one of my music, how do you want me to share it?
I want you to mention the titles and then what message. What kind of message do you champion?
Oh, yeah, I'm a Pan-Africanist.
So all your messages around Pan-Africanism.
Yes, about the suffering and liberation of peoples. You know, I have How Long, I have Ghana is Calling, I have Life is a Beach, I have Jazz Secret Feast, I have Slim Belly Man. You know, I have a lot of songs. When will this end? The Tantrums of Now. You know, when will this end? The tantrums of now, living on and on. We have these signs of which we ignored from time in memory. Then I have also listen. Listen when me talk to you. Listen when me speak with you. Listen when me reason with you. Shaka tank tank. Shankan tankan tankan. Shaka tankan tankan. Shankan tankan tankan.
Is it part of the music? Shankan tankan.
Yeah, that's the horns.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't have the trumpet here to blow for you. So, you know, and I write my songs, I compose it, I arrange it, you know, and they played it. My album, that album was released by, was recorded with Zap Mallet. Yeah, the maestro.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. I love the song. I love his productions. He's very good. You know, so I have Jazz Sacrifice, which is the lyrics are gospel, you know.
Okay.
I have Slim Belly Man, you know. Slim Belly Man means somebody who don't have no money. You know, Fat Belly Man is somebody have money. You know, Ghana is calling. I'm just a preacher man, I don't fool no one. I'm just a singer man, I don't push no man. Them say I am no prophet, I'm never a prophet. I am no prophet, I'm just a husbandman. Vanity of vanity, says I the preacher man, right on this earth. Vanity of all vanities, I say all is vanity. Yeah.
So there's the kind
Ghana,
of
yeah.
there's the lyrics of your songs.
Hey, Ghana is calling.
Ghana is calling.
Yeah.
Ghana is calling.
Yes.
Do you have some of your songs on digital platforms?
Yeah. When you Google my name on YouTube, you can find it there. They are there.
Okay.
All those songs. You when you go to YouTube, you Google my name. All will pop up.
Okay.
You know, all will pop up. Music and video. You know, I have the video. How long? You know, we say how. Why are we looking for the faults when we should look for the perfection? Because whatsoever you sow in life, you shall reap it. You know, I have it there on YouTube. When you go on Facebook too, when you Google there, you'll find a lot of information about me over there in Facebook. Ras Caleb or Ras Caleb Apia Levi. There's one Ras Caleb in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you having identity? Is it?
No, because me, I'm the only Apia Levi in the world.
The whole world.
The whole world. Apia Levi.
Okay.
Like Apia Kubi. Yes. There's Apia, there's Levi, but Apia Levi, Apia hyphen Levi